Hit Back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
You will love your new windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. And for a limited time, buy 2 windows or patio doors and get the third at 60% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. You'll enjoy the beauty and quality that only Renewal by Anderson offers. This offer expires April 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, Matt Hayes here. Purchasing a new home cooling system has never been easier with Fenwick Home Services Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Fenwick's experts will develop a custom solution for your home, including no-hassle financing. Your new system will be backed by Fenwick's up to 10-year worry-free warranty and installed as soon as the next day. Don't spend another summer season sweating through breakdowns and high utility bills. Book online at FenwickEasyBook.com.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org.
Apply by May 18th.
Any adventure, any task, anytime. There's a CF Moto Utility ATV or UTV for any rider. See the full lineup at Ride Now Beach Boulevard. Venture seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the C-Force lineup. For the ultimate in UTV performance, check out the Z-Force 950. Find your utility ATV at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or online at cfmotousa.com. ATVs are recommended for the use only by riders age 16 years and older. ATVs can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends approved training course for safety and training information.
Warm weather means the beach, fishing, golf, and more. Make sure to drop into Daly's and grab a cold case to go. From Bud Light to their seltzer, from Mick Ultra to Modelo, or your favorite crafts like Bold City or Sweetwater. Grab and go at your local Daly's.
Do you have a VA loan? In this housing market, homeowners with VA loans have access to a ton of instant cash. Hey, it's Prosser here. Do you need cash to pay off credit cards and other high-interest loans? Does a check for 80 or 90 grand sound about right now? Well, Loan Pronto is helping veterans every day get the money they need with a quick and easy zero-cost cash-out refi with zero closing costs. With a VA loan, it's really cool because you can access up to 100% of your home's value. Use that money to pay off credit cards, home equity lines, car loans, consolidate all your payments into one check per month, and close in 2 weeks. Most homeowners who do this end up cutting their overall monthly payments by $800. Loan Pronto's all-digital process makes it fast and easy. They're doing loans with super low APRs, and they love working with veterans. Call now to see what your options are. Call Loan Pronto at 999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or go to loanpronto.com. Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. John Rahm is a Masters champion.
Cry about winning a golf tournament, but I got very close on that 18th hole. And a lot of it because of what it means to me and to Spanish golf, right? It's Spain's 10th major for a player to win the Masters. My second win, right? My second major win. It's pretty incredible. And to play the way I did today on Sunday, only one bogey, still really hasn't sinked in yet. I'm looking at this course and I'm still thinking I have a couple more holes left to win. And can't really say anything else. You know, this one was for Seve. He was up there helping, and help he did.
John Rahm, after winning the Masters yesterday, his reference to Seve Ballesteros, who won the 1980 Masters as the first European to win the Masters. At 6:02, 65 degrees, time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. There's no doubt. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Can you imagine being in Portland or Seattle or London or any of those places? April showers, right? This and that. We need it. There's always the guy around the hood telling you that we need it. You know, it's been a while. My lawn, late last summer looked like Augusta, but yeah, it's that whole Bartram area, and it's been around now for 18, 19, 20 years. They did a terrible job with the original grass. I mean, just crabgrass. I mean, have a little bit of respect. It's a nice hood. I love it over there. But it's because I lived across the street, then I moved, and I rented, and I didn't want to move again. That's the sole reason why I bought the home. I don't need a 5-bedroom home. It's just my GF and I don't need it, okay? But I have it, okay? There's needs and there's wants. I mean, I'd be fine in a 2-bedroom apartment, but I got a 5-bedroom. I just don't want to move again, okay? Moving sucks. It's the absolute worst. But, I mean, if you're a builder, show a little bit of respect when it comes to the, agriculture, when it comes to, I feel like I need to bring in an agronomist to figure out some of that nastiness. And, my neighbor to the left, my neighbor to the right, they've had it completely resodded, and it's just really bad. So, I don't know. Maybe the rain will help that out. I know it's upsetting a lot of people because it hit over the weekend, the Easter weekend, and some of you are, trying to find your way out to the golf course, etc. Not happening. However, and I looked it up when I was in Boston, Jacksonville, Florida, largest city in the country, also gets, on average, 275 beautiful days a year. So we'll take it right here in Duval. All right, it's great to have you with us. What a week ahead after a very entertaining weekend. We're going to talk a lot about the Masters. By the way, I am Rick Ballou alongside JJ LaSelva. I was, I'm always looking for something. I'm looking for a storyline. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. And I spent the weekend watching the coverage of the Masters, which honestly was everywhere. Okay, in my office, I had it on Masters.com. I had Alexa pulled up to the PGA Tour radio. You walk into my living room, I had it on, I think it was Peacock, right? So it was just all sorts of, it was hard to find, and I didn't even go to DirecTV, the local CBS affiliate, Channel 47, because when I checked it earlier, they had a bunch of regularly scheduled programs. I guess they pushed up the coverage because of the weather. I don't know, but I missed it. And the point I'm trying to make is it wasn't like it was just Jim Nantz and Trevor Immelman for me. No. It was a cast of thousands. As a matter of fact, Mike Tirico called, the better part of the back nine on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He kind of grabbed the glory cut and did it late. He was not part of the earlier coverage. And what I'm getting at here is no matter where I went, no matter what I listened to, it was as if these golfers had just stormed Normandy. It was, I cannot believe they're playing in these conditions. It was 90 degrees yesterday. It's 40 degrees today. Look at the young stud. What was his name? What was the master?
Sam Bennett.
Look, Sam Bennett's gone from a rain glove to a regular glove. All right, John Rahm now is removing the fleece. He's going to take off that, and he's going to go short sleeves the rest of the way. What a gutty performance by John Rahm. And I'm like, I get it, and you get it. I mean, it's part of the 2023 Masters, overcoming very difficult climate changes, okay? But my goodness, slow down a little bit. I mean, before each and every shot, no matter who the analyst was, they had to take us through the trials and tribulations of getting around Augusta in this particular, set of settings. And it just became kind of nauseating for me. Don't know if you felt the same way about it. If so, fine. If you disagree, then call me out on it. Always the best way to do so is on the text line. That is 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. I mean, I get it. I understand it. It doesn't matter what the conditions are in football. They play. They'll play in the rain in Major League Baseball, okay? Hockey and basketball is indoors. I got it there. But I just really thought they overcooked it. It was amazing. I mean, it was almost as if they were making us feel bad for sitting inside the comfort of our own home watching the Masters. And I thought it was so hypocritical because forever, what has the Masters done? They can't wait to point out that you'll never be able to come here and be a part of this. This is so special. It's only for the rich. It's only for the greatest of the greats. You have no idea how hilly this place is. TV doesn't do it justice. You will never find out until you actually come here and walk the grounds. Oh, but you? Sorry. You're not an important enough person. You'll never be able to come here and walk these grounds. That's what they've always fed us, yet they turned it around completely, which I thought was masterful by telling us how brutal the conditions were, that I guess we had it best, just sitting at home and watching. John Rahm wins $3,240,000 at the age of 28. He picks up his second major, and, you could see it coming. Koepka just couldn't hang. Brooks Koepka had played 9 rounds of golf before the Masters. He had played 3 54-hole events as a member of the LIV Tour. Even though he won a week ago in Orlando, the game just started to get away from him. Early on Sunday, then when he went back out with a 2-shot lead to play the final 18 holes, it got away from him quickly. Everything, really tee to green. His iron play was incredibly disappointing, and, he just was unable to make putts. I thought John Rahm, what he did was, just a little bit above average. A 69 was certainly very good, but it was nowhere near Phil Mickelson's 65 or Jordan Spieth's 66 or Patrick Reed's 68. Rahm did what he had to do, and I also think Koepka was a victim of what we continuously see now on the PGA Tour, and in this case, the first major of the calendar year 2023. That is absurdly slow play in front of him. I read a tweet last night that someone was gathering that if Brooks Koepka had his way, he probably would have ran to the green and dropped Patrick Cantlay right there. And you know what? I tend to agree with that. Patrick Cantlay was a total embarrassment for this sport. Did you see on 13, as he and his caddy hadn't he begun the approach in the long walk to the green where Victor Hovland and his caddy are like, enough's enough. Hovland, way out of turn, went out and, attempted his putt. It just, I can't explain it to you. You know what the frustration is like when you have to wait to play golf. And I've always thought about it this way. You can't get angry around here, or you can't get angry anywhere if you're in a foursome and things are delayed. It's public golf, right? I mean, whether you're paying 50 or 60 or 70 or 80, I don't care what the round is, you're playing public golf. So you would think that etiquette would come into play. The normal thing is, all right, if you're really up against the group and they're beginners and they're bad, they'll let you come through. However, when you're paying for public golf, you have to expect 4.5, 5-hour rounds. I hate to say it. That is why, if you're that bothered by it, you should join a club. You should join a private club. If you can't afford a private club, I got one word for you: tough. We all have to deal with it. I dealt with it early on Saturday. I mean, my foursome was incredibly quick. Okay, we just get to the ball and we stand over the ball and we hit the ball. And there's not a lot of this. There's not a lot of that. We like to give each other putts. We're not playing for money. All right, the group in front of us, all over the place. I mean, posting frosties and nines and who knows what. But that's what you got, all right? You can't do anything about it. It's public golf. This is different. These guys have got to be put on the clock. I mean, this was a glaring issue from the second hole on that final 18. That Patrick Cantlay was slowing down the leaders, and John Rahm took total advantage of that. According to Brooks Koepka, John Rahm went to the restroom, the porta toilets there 7 times during that final round. You know, we saw a video of Koepka and Rahm and both caddies kind of cutting it up. Here they are playing for a major, and they're sitting together on a bench for 10-plus minutes waiting to hit, and it's all because of one player and one player only. So with all this wannabe dissension, and I say it that way because there really wasn't any, right? I mean, Rory played a practice round with Koepka on Wednesday. All right, Phil was stubborn. Phil needed a hug, and he didn't talk to anyone at the champions dinner. And, you know, Phil's got this feeling that everyone's against him. Then the guy goes out and drops a 65. Are you kidding me? Sole place or tied for second place with Brooks Koepka. Oh, by the way, how about the Liv? Okay, Koepka tied for second. Mickelson tied for second. And then right behind those two, Patrick Reed at 7 under, tied with Jordan Spieth. So that means 3 of the top 5 golfers were from the Liv Tour. That has got to be driving Jay Monahan and the PGA Tour crazy, but also those who are in charge of the 4 majors. And, you know, it's different for each and every one. What are we, 39 days away maybe? 30. I read that somewhere earlier today with the PGA Championship, which is up next. It's different rules for everyone. And I think that, you know, if you're looking for something good out of what was supposed to be something controversial, maybe pitting all these players together for only 4 events a year will draw a little bit more attraction to golf itself. I mean, they go after what? Hilton Head this weekend, and, you know, Rory pulled out today. All these guys pull out. You never really know. Look who played in the Texan Open, the Texan Open. Is it the Texan or Texas? I think it's the Texas Open.
Correct.
1 week ago. And look at the names that were there. It's like, look who was at Bay Hill before they came to the Players. You just don't know what you're going to get. Is that where golf is now in the immediate future? Let's get all excited about bringing in the Liv. You had 12 of 18 Liv guys make the cut. Kevin Na did, he was forced to bow out on Thursday because he was ill. But overall, it's a very good performance by the Liv. So, you know, going back to that, you wanted a little something, and I'll admit it, I wanted a little something. I would have loved a story. I would have loved a comment to have been made from one person to another, or this happened or that happened. I mean, it was pretty absurd that Greg Norman said before the event that if Brooks Koepka, Phil Mickelson, or anyone won, that the other golfers were going to storm the 18th green, which is just totally immature. But, you know, it moved the needle a little bit. I'm concerned about the slow play in golf. And I don't know what they're going to do about something like that. What can you do about something like that? Patrick Cantlay flat out did what he does, and that is play incredibly slow golf. Now, I'm not here as an apologist for Brooks Koepka. I like Koepka. Why wouldn't I? He's a Knoll. He also is a guy in a sport that has none of them. He's a character, man. This guy's got a personality. This guy is different. And I understand that a lot of people don't like him because he's too brash, because he's too outspoken. You know, I said this on Friday as well. He's also the one guy in athletics who gives it a half-assed attempt all the time and only gets himself ready for 4 majors a year, Yet you and I and our profession, or no matter what it is that we do, or any other sport that we talk about, that if you were to go out and play that way, you would either be on the bench or you would no longer be on the team. I asked on Friday, and I know a lot of you were watching the golf, so I'll ask again today. Is there ever been an athlete like Brooks Koepka who just looks at you and says, the John Deere Classic, Bay Hill, the Players' Championship, I could care less about those events. Wake me up for the 4 majors. I really don't like golf. I don't like practicing golf. I don't like hanging out with these members on the PGA Tour. But I'm going to get ready for the 4 majors. And I have 4 already that I won years 2017, 2019. I don't think there's ever been anyone else like that, historically speaking, really in any sport. I remember some Tom... no, actually, it wasn't Tom Weisskopf. I'll have to dig up that name. This was years ago when I was covering the Players here back in the mid to late 90s before I went to Chicago. There was another golfer who was very similar to that. He didn't have the success of Koepka, but he was a guy who loved to fish. He was a guy that simply played golf because it was what he did and did well. And I just find it ironic. But with Koepka, I mean, this is great. It is. He is different. Same with Patty Reed. I was probably the only person in Jacksonville yesterday who was pulling for Patrick Reed. I like guys who are different. I like guys who aren't afraid to push the envelope. And in this really robotic sport, it needs a little bit more of that. So we saw it with those two among everything that did take place yesterday at the 87th Masters. All right, we got a lot to do tonight. Much more on the Masters, including your thoughts. On the other side of our first break, let's give you the very latest on the National Football League draft. It's going to be a great week. It really is. We draw closer to the draft, and, now we're seeing just a ton of rumors that are out. And on top of that, the situation with OBJ going to Baltimore and the reported party that he was a part of with Lamar Jackson in Miami. Is that the end game there? Are they able to salvage that particular relationship? According to OBJ, it's going to happen. We'll see. Aaron Rodgers still is going to be dangled, and good luck trying to figure out who Carolina really is going to pick at number 1. For the last couple of weeks, we've been told Stroud. Now, all of a sudden, today I hear Young once again. So it's becoming incredibly interesting here. And for Jacksonville, they're bringing in some more people. We'll go over that here on the other side. As always, it is a pleasure to have you with us. Opening comments brought to you by Shmunez Vision. I know you listen to these ads, and I thank you for it because it always means something to me when you reach out. I got a text from a buddy of mine yesterday morning. My buddy Billy Thompson. It was titled, "College Student Who Slept in Contact Lenses Went Blind in One Eye After He Was Infected by a Parasite."
Certainly doesn't listen to our show.
Yes. He does not. Billy Thompson does because he sent it to us, but this particular knucklehead, and they look at him. He's got a one patch on. He looks like a pirate. He's got a mask on, so he looks like a I'll let you fill in the blanks. 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. But, people hear me yelling about it because it's true. And you go out and you get drunk and you fall asleep in your contacts and you wake up the next day and you could have a real serious issue. It's only one of the many things that they do over at Shmunez Vision. I had surgery on my right eye more than 8 years ago, performed by Dr. Neil Shmunez. Dr. Catherine Shmunez, fellowship trained in cornea, cataract surgery, eye refractive surgery. Imagine laser eye surgery. And just how frustrating is it when it's late at night and you're like, oh, man, I finally get to sit down. Kids are asleep. I want to finish this book. And you're like, damn it, where the hell are my readers? Where are my glasses? You know how it is. It's brutal, okay? The rest of your days, never having to worry about that because you have laser eye surgery. Set up an appointment today, 299-2906. You're talking about more than 30 years of combined experience with laser eye surgery. And again, that's only one of many things that they offer at Shmunez Vision. Visit shmunezvision.com. Care You Can See. JJ La Selva, are we on YouTube tonight?
We are on YouTube. Go to 1010XL's YouTube page. We are the first video. We're live. Share us with your friends.
You know, I wore a Boston Red Sox shirt today because they're actually above 500. If I was to offer a bet right now, 5-4, is that the most games Boston will be over 500 for the remainder of the year, I would take that bet right now. I don't think with Tampa, and you got to figure Tampa's going to lose. They're 9-0.
9-0.
It's historic here, but I think a lot of people go against it and say, no, I got them going 2 games up. I have them winning tonight, going 6-4. I go against it. I think they even it up tonight at 5-5. I don't think Boston will get ahead of 1 game above 500 for the remainder of the year. That's just my opinion.
The great thing about that bet is it could be done immediately, and you could forget
could.
about it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we got plenty to do. It's great to have you with us. Again, 641-1010, Lifetime Enclosures. That is the text line. Thank you to them. And all of your feedback, as always, is appreciated. Along with JJ La Selva, my name is Rick Ballou.
He's got your favorite college football coach on speed dial. Matt Hayes.
We're playing pretty hard. We just got to stop that inside thing.
Noon to 3 weekdays.
On XL Primetime.
Got the ball in the end zone.
On 1010XL.
Ballou here for Spunez Vision. Why Spunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Spunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Spunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Spunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SpunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Now is the perfect time to make sure your home is protected from storms by scheduling a complimentary roof inspection with Universal Roof and Contracting. Protect your biggest investment, your home. Get a free wind mitigation with your full roof replacement plus a free Platinum Protection Warranty upgrade. This offer expires April 30th and restrictions apply. Universal Roof and Contracting, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CCC 123-0147, CBC 125-8484.
UniversalRoof.com. Roland, 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 we're all calling Roland, the toilet's overflowing, oh my.
When you've got a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reese Plumbing, 260-7059.
Hey folks, you ever search why Shark Coatings is the best? Well, one of the many reasons is our polyurea. We don't just buy it from anyone who has it in stock. We custom blend ours, specializing between summer and winter blend, providing you with the best product for our area. After grinding the concrete, that polyurea will form a permanent bond at the molecular level and will not pull away like epoxy. With Shark Coatings, not only will your garage look awesome, but your pool deck, patio, or driveway will too. See how Shark Coatings can make a difference for you. Call, click, or text today.
Hi, Ballou here, checking in with words of wisdom to be applied in life and your business from the business attorneys at Jimerson Burr. Audrey Hepburn once said, and I do quote, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible." End of quote. Thank you to Audrey Hepburn. All right, Jimerson Burr. They are hiring right here, right now in Jacksonville. It is a growing law firm. If you're a business lawyer, paralegal, and it's time for a change, you're unhappy, look no farther. JimersonFirm.com. Go to the careers page. Top of the market compensation. Best place to work. They've been honored for that and recognized for that over the last decade right here in Duval. Duval is one of the best places to work. It's an award-winning culture. Again, business lawyers, paralegal. Go to JimersonFirm.com and look for the careers page.
They spend all year fighting crime and fighting fires. Coming up April 15th at UNF Arena, they'll fight each other. Guns N' Hoses back for the 24th edition. Dan and I have been for every one of them, and we will be again this year. So join us at UNF Arena for some fist-pounding charitable action. We are back at UNF Arena, but all the fun and festivities of Fight Night are back too. That means tailgate parties beforehand at 3:30, an after party afterward at 9:30. Get your tickets today at GNHJacks.com/tickets.
Who will the Big Cats pick at number 24? We'll break down all the scenarios each week on Mia's Mock Draft Mondays. Check out my picks on the 1010XL video channels every Monday morning or in written form at 1010XL.com. Mia's Mock Draft Mondays are brought to you by Dr. Mitchell Yaz with the Yaz Method for Pain-Free Movement.
If golf is your thing, you might want to check out Hidden Hills Golf Club. Hidden Hills, we simply love the game, and we take great care of our golfing friends. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com. You'll be glad you did.
Find your why in your next career move at the First Coast YMCA. Everyone can get involved and make a difference in your community at the Y. And if you'd like to turn your passion into a fulfilling career, the Y is an equal opportunity employer and is now hiring youth program leaders, lifeguards, swim instructors, and more. Plus, Y staff enjoy benefits including free YMCA membership and free childcare while you work. Find your passion, find your why in a career at fcymca.org.
The Guggen Open is coming. Listen to the drill with Jeff and Dan for a chance for you and a partner to play in this year's Coastal Equipment Guggen Golf Open, April 17th at Hidden Hills Golf Club. This year's Guggen cocktail is the Duval Donkey, made with brackish vodka. Chip for your chance to win $500 towards new tires from Tire Outlet. Enjoy cigars from Tobacco Cove. Thanks to our sponsors, Edwin Watts Golf, CSS Outdoor, and the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union 234.
This is head coach Matthew Driscoll from the UNF men's basketball team. When our players suffer an orthopedic injury, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists gets our players back on the court pain-free.
We appreciate the endorsements from our high school and college coaches. This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Sometimes I'd like to quit. Nothing ever seems to fit. Hanging around, nothing to do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down.
Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, folks, driving off the road, and I don't blame you. Take it. Take the rain with you. You kidding me? You ever seen the story on the Carpenters? Incredibly weird.
Like, as a couple?
They were brother-sister.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought they were married.
But she was one of those who would eat, then go immediately to the toilet.
I knew that.
And puke everything out. Wonderful voice, though. Beautiful voice.
Isn't that what ultimately led to her?
Yeah. I'm not sure, but there were rumors about, a bizarre relationship between her and her brother. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's all there.
Wow.
And my mom loved her. I think most moms that age had a thing for the Carpenters back in the day. But rainy days and Mondays, yeah, that's what we're dealing with right here on the home of the Jaguars. All right, we got a lot to do over the next couple of hours. Great to have you with us. I'm not a braggart. You know that, JJ.
Of course.
But let's
Probably
check
the most humble guy I know.
Thank you. Let's check the record here. I think I'm 2-0.
So this is what happened. We've
so far
alternated between Rahm and Scheffler. And with the players, I took Rahm. He got a tummy ache. You took Scheffler. He won. With the Masters, I took Scheffler. He inexplicably fell apart on Friday. And you took Rahm, and he ran away with it after 4-putting on the first hole.
It's not like I went out on a major limb.
No, these guys obviously are the top two in the world.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know who number 3 is. Maybe like a Morikawa. I wouldn't say Rory. Maybe it's Brooks. I don't really know. But these guys for sure are the top 2 players in the world right now.
Patriot Roofing Services brings us the latest in the NFL draft. I'm going to get there in 30 seconds. I had Rahm. and I was rooting for him to lose. I wanted Koepka. I wanted Brooks Koepka. I wanted Brooks Koepka for every thinkable reason. And it didn't happen. I mean, clearly Jon Rahm is a better golfer, a much better player, and it was evident by just, watching what they did late on Saturday and again, or early on Sunday, then the final 18 holes on Sunday. So congratulations. But it does make you wonder now, because all of a sudden with Tiger done, Brooks has 4, hasn't won since 2019. Rory has 4. And what a total uninspired effort by Rory McIlroy, a 77 to wrap up his second round. The man's playing for a Grand Slam. There's only 4 other golfers in the history of the game who have a Grand Slam. I'm not saying he's running out of opportunities, but you got to make cuts. And he's gone cut, second place, sole a year ago. Remember, he shot a 64 on Sunday a year ago and misses the cut here. Spieth still has 3, played very well. He's like a top 10, I don't want to use the word lock, but a very safe bet at Augusta. And you just mentioned Morikawa. Him along with JT and Rahm all have a couple of majors. So
JT.
Wide open.
I guess I would put JT as number 3.
He didn't make the cut either.
I know.
All right, more on that in a moment. Let's get to some football. Patriot Roofing Services, specializing in all types of commercial and residential roofing and repairs. It's raining, man. I hope you don't have a leak in your roof. I'm serious. I hope you don't. All right, and then if you roof, and they're unforgiving. Okay, they're not like animals. They're not like spouses. We forgive. Roofs don't forgive, brother. If you got a hole and all of a sudden the water's trickling in, that thing is going to only get worse. So repairs, gutters, sun tubes, skylights, talking about a 10-year workmanship warranty, financing available, discounts for military and senior citizens, no subcontractors, so it's just Mark and his crew at Patriot Roofing Services. Give them a call, 982-4052. $500 off a re-roof at the time of estimate, licensed and insured. All right, all sorts of chatter began yesterday and continued today that the third pick is up for the taking. Okay, Arizona has reportedly heard from 6 teams, and we've already had a deal that moved Carolina into 1 at the expense of Chicago. Chicago benefited with a ton of draft capital in that particular scenario. I just get the feeling that once again, 3 of the top 4, or possibly even 4 of the top 4, are going to end up being quarterbacks when it's all said and done. It happens every single year. You can bring up the great defensive players who were available in the draft, but when push comes to shove, quarterback becomes such a need pick, and it's not necessarily a we can't live without him type of situation. I think it becomes this: what if we don't pick him and he ends up playing so much better for another team? And you're going to hear about Patrick Mahomes, who wasn't the first quarterback selected in that particular class. And around here forever you heard about Jacksonville selected a punter instead of selecting Russell Wilson. So I think there's fear in a win now league that if the quarterback is there, you better have done your homework and you better have done the proper evaluation on whether or not to get him. Think about Trevor Lawrence now, okay? And ask yourself this question. He's 23. How many future first-round picks would you have given up to move up a couple of slots? So, let's say Jacksonville didn't have the top pick in the draft. What if they were second? What if the Jets got it? Or what if they were third? Just to move up that amount, a little as far as the domino effect, but it's going to cost you an enormous price in order to move up that ladder. How many first-round picks? I would have given last year's pick in a heartbeat. I would give this year's 24th pick or 24th pick in the first round in a heartbeat. So that's what organizations have to be saying right now if they believe they are going to move up. To this case, number 3, as I just said, Carolina has already moved up to number 1. A couple of other words that have been thrown out over the weekend. We've talked a great deal here in Jacksonville about, pass rush ends and outside linebackers. And Nolan Smith's a guy that is created a lot of conversation here for obvious reasons. He played at Georgia. He ran a 4.39. He's 6'2". He's 238. Again, I wonder, what is he at the next? Is he a true pass rush edge guy? Is he an outside linebacker guy in a 3-4? What are you going to get from him at that next level? Well, it appears now that it doesn't even matter if you're a Jaguars fan. A lot of folks saying he's not going to fall out of the top 10. So a couple of dogs, Jalen Carter and now Nolan Smith, with all the quarterbacks. And I think you could see 4, definitely 3, but possibly 4 in the first 10, including, maybe 3 out of the first 4 or 4 out of the first 4. That doesn't leave a lot of position players going in the top 10. Looks like Georgia is going to be able to get a couple of them slotted in those top 10. All right, Tyjae Spears is a guy that we have talked about on this show from time to time. I'm trying to remember if it was at the Senior Bowl or if it was actually, I don't think it was the Senior Bowl. I think it was the Combine where the Jaguars, I don't think he was eligible for the Senior Bowl as a junior. Jacksonville, there were conversations about Spears at the Combine. A report out today that he's either in Duval today visiting or will be here tomorrow. Now, he is a running back out of Tulane, 5'10", 201 pounds. He's a guy with decent speed and, certainly very productive. 1,800 yards total offense, 18 touchdowns. You look at what he did this past year at Tulane, it's pretty scary. Actually, 19 touchdowns this year at Tulane. But I was looking at his strengths and looking at his weaknesses, and the first thing that I wanted to see, apparently he doesn't provide. When I think of a second back, what comes to mind? Well, I want a third down back, right? I want a guy who third and whatever gives you the flexibility to be a dump down, pass catching running back and a guy that will spell Travis Etienne. Kind of my feeling on Etienne's rookie year, even though it was technically year 2, is that as the year went on, once he proved that he could get the football 20 points a game, I don't know if you read it the same way, but it felt like Doug Peterson was like, okay, we get it. He can get 20 carries a game. If not, he can certainly get 20 touches a game, but we kind of like to limit him to that number. We don't want 26s and 27s. We need to find another back that can give this football team anywhere from maybe 6 to 8 touches a game. So I'm looking for a pass-catching running back. Well, one of his biggest weaknesses is this. Hands are slippery and unsure as a pass catcher. To me, that's frightening. And, I looked at his career. This year in 12 games, he only caught 22 footballs. Now, let's give this guy credit. He ran the ball 229 times. He averaged 6.7 a carry with those 19 touchdowns. So he was a bell cow for the Green Wave this season. But when I look at receiving, that is a major question mark for me. Only 22 receptions, as far as I am concerned, is not nearly enough. Now, there is development, and there is I remember last year right after they drafted Snoop Connor, I looked back at his numbers at Mississippi, and he was a goal line carrier. He didn't catch a lot of footballs. I was pleasantly surprised with just how soft his hands were during rookie minicamp and every other camp that went through up until the beginning of the regular season. As I've said many times, unfortunately for Snoop Connor, he had a terrible preseason as far as preseason games. I think he had like 59 carries and averaged just about 2 yards. And even though he was playing behind guys who were no longer in the league, it just wasn't a good showing. And, with all of these conversations and stuff that's out, some could be planted, some is genuine. It does make you really wonder, is Snoop Connor, even though he was a fifth-round pick, is he part of the process here? If you're going to go out and get a guy like Ty J. Spears, I've seen him projected as high as the third round. I don't want Jacksonville getting a running back in the third round. I don't want it. You need offensive linemen, you need defensive linemen, and you need a corner. A running back? Hell no. Now, if you tell me you can get him in the fifth round, okay, that's a different story. But just to wrap this up, 2019, 5 receptions. 2020, 2 receptions. 2021, 19 receptions. Last year, 22 receptions. And again, he ran it 229 times. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. Whoever it is, if they get it back, I want it to be a pass catching back. And they haven't had, remember when they brought in Rock Armstead? Those were some of the worst. Now, he caught that ball from Gardner Minshew on fourth down. And was that Denver? Was that Carolina? I don't remember which game that was, but that was certainly impressive. But when you saw Rock Armstead, you were like, oh, my gosh, this guy's not a third down back. He can't catch the football. So I'm hoping that is the direction that the Jags will go if they do get it back. And I hope it's not in the third round. But absolutely, I would like it to be a guy who has the ability to catch the football. All right, very good athlete, by the way. 39-inch vertical. Didn't run during his pro day, so not sure exactly what his 40 speed is. There you go. The latest on the NFL draft. Patriot Roofing Services, thank you. Specializing in all types of commercial, residential roofing and repairs. Financing available and a 10-year workmanship warranty. Gutters, sun tubes, skylights, no subcontractors. It's Mark and Patriot Roofing Services. Take down their number, 982-4052, licensed and insured. Hate to see you with problems with your roof, and you'll probably get a pretty good understanding right now with all this rain, right? It could start with leaks, and then who knows what happens. So it may be time for you for, repairs or time for a new roof. Just give Mark a call. 982-4052. Mention this ad, $500 off a new re-roof at the time of estimate. All right, more on golf, more on the Jaguars, and including anything that's good with the draft. Well, let me set that in stone right now. Today is what? The 10th of April. You trying to tell me that the draft is 2 weeks from Thursday? I mean, you've got to be kidding me. This is like so different this year. Yeah, I feel like I haven't really even fully gotten into Jaguar draft talk, and that's just because they were so relevant, and there's been so many other things that have been happening in the world of sports. I understand my audience, and now it's like, okay, it's here. The draft is less than 20 days away. It's absolutely unbelievable, and it's one of the hardest years to really try to project exactly what this organization is going to do. And I also think you got to keep this in mind as I head to this next break. And again, you can offer up your opinion at 641-1010. This wouldn't be a bad year to trade down. Seriously. Last year they traded up, and they got Devin Lloyd. You track Trent Baalke's resume at San Francisco and Jacksonville. He's got a little bit of a trader jack in him. If the perfect player, and perfect is a wrong word, but if the guy that they love is not around at 24, would this be the year to maybe sneak down into the second round, pick up an extra pick with a loss of your overall first-round pick? I know that that's not going to excite a lot of you, and you want to know what the return is as far as the capital that you receive. But I just think that this would be a year where maybe you could get another second-round pick, and you could find yourself, some really good picks in that second round, 3 second-round picks, as opposed to having only a first, late first, and a late second-round pick. To me, it makes sense. What do you believe? All right, 641-1010, best way to get us. That is on the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures, with you tonight till 8 o'clock.
Stimulate your carburetor.
This race never disappoints.
This Sunday at Martinsville, brought to you by Famous Automotive Tire and Quick Lube, servicing every customer like they're famous. On Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
This month, the Key Buick GMC received 3.9% for up to 60 months on Encore GX Envision, Enclave, an additional $750 Conquest cash on the Encore GX and Envision. Combine big savings with low APR to fit any budget. We are the only Buick GMC dealership offering a lifetime powertrain warranty on every new Buick. Remember, we are the home of no dealer markups and your service headquarters, fast and convenient. Key Buick GMC, Southside Gate.
Join the U.S. Army as they sponsor the second annual Go Ruck event at Met Park, April 21st through 23rd. Enjoy a massive 3-day fitness and music festival with an ice-cold beer. Competitors compete for a spot on the leaderboard with competitions including the obstacle course, a scavenger hunt, boot camp, sandbag and rucksack training, urban obstacle course, and more. Sandlot Jacks, promoting physical and mental health through social fitness. It's a 3-day massive event to highlight fitness and music.
Some people don't do well under pressure. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we do it best. Whether you're spraying down the shop or getting the winter grime off your house, a Northern Tool pressure washer says you're serious about spring cleaning. From an all-electric power horse to a Honda-powered North Star, we'll help you build your perfect cold or hot water package with all the chemicals, attachments, and everything you need for the job ahead. Northern Tool and Equipment. We're made for this. Come see us in-store or shop online at northerntool.com.
Sports injuries are a common issue for both adults and children. Dr. George Barry here, and as a specialist in orthopedic care, the team at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine here in Jacksonville provides comprehensive diagnosis and treatment of all types of sports injuries. With additional training in sports medicine and more than 30 years of experience, the team is available to care for your entire family and help you have fun and stay active. Visit us today at BarryOrthopedics.com.
And don't forget to check out Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 10th, 1947, Jackie Robinson becomes the first black player of the 20th century to sign a Major League Baseball contract. He signs with the Dodgers.
It's the home opener for the Jacksonville Sharks this Saturday, April 15th at 7 o'clock at the VyStar Arena. Cheer the Sharks to victory over the San Antonio Gunslingers.
Hey, it's Sharks head coach Jason Gibson, and this week join us as we take on the San Antonio Gunslingers. The Gunslingers will bring in a high-powered attack, but teams will find out fast how hard it is to play in the Shark Tank.
It's family affordable fun with tickets as low as $15. Call 621-0700 or go to jacksharks.com. Fins up.
It's that time of the year again for the taste of golf. So come join your boy at TPC Sawgrass on April 26th for fine cuisine from the top chefs in the area, craft cocktails, fun games, and unique auction items. This signature event is ideal for networking with a substantial and sophisticated audience who is passionate about the game of golf, the intrinsic values associated with it, and of course, impacting the youth of our community. Y'all know he love the kids. All proceeds benefit First Tee North Florida. So get your tickets at tasteofgolf.com. Come on, somebody.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner. With honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors, and with great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? How about scheduling a free consultation or just stop by the Pella showroom right there on Phillips Highway next to Tesla? Pella's professional consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. From simple projects to complex renovations, their team has the experience needed to make your project a success. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows Windows and Doors.
Get ready to take your game to the next level at Best Bet. Come and experience the best in card games, top-notch hospitality, award-winning sushi, and nonstop fun at our Jacksonville and Orange Park locations. We've got something fun for everyone. Choose from a variety of exciting poker games, including limits to suit all skill levels. If you're looking to try something new, we offer easy-to-learn games like one-card poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Pai Gow. You can also place bets on thrilling simulcast races while enjoying delicious food and drinks. See why we're the go-to destination for gaming and entertainment. Go to bestbetjacks.com.
April is Head and Neck Cancer Awareness Month. If caught early, this disease can be treated effectively. So take control of your health with the experts at Ackerman Cancer Center. Don't delay. Get screened for any symptoms. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I got a pretty good one here. I can't find it because we're getting so many that are coming in on the text line. Not as though we don't want you to keep contacting us on the text line. This is a pleasant problem. I mean, it's kind of like owning a restaurant and there's no seats. But in that case, it's because the restaurant is so good. What would it be in this case? This is the people are bored. It's been raining all day, and they have to text.
I think a lot of people do. People get off today, like because yesterday was Easter. How does that work? I don't.
Mail was delivered today. They picked up my trash today. I slept in today,
as you always do, though.
Mm-hmm. I sent out a couple of texts, couple of emails on Friday. Doubled down with them today. I didn't resend, but look for them. No answer. Can I just give a quick PSA?
Please.
If you don't mind, in the business world. If someone, especially if that someone is me, if I text you or email you, damn it, return it. Return the message. All right? Return to sender. And that should apply in the business world. Now, in the personal world, if the guy's a creep or the lady comes to your home and she eats you out of your home and leaves that's personal stuff. That's you. I'm not going to ever tell you what to do and what not to do. But in the business world, when you reach out to someone, even if you want to return that and say something like, hey, Ballou, go jump in a gator-filled lake, that's fine. But don't keep us hanging around. It's rude. And I got to believe people who are in sales every day, they're firing off emails. Just tell us to go away, all right? Or tell us to lose your number instead of, it's been a week. I think I'll fire off another email.
And they saw it. Nowadays, it's impossible not to see someone's stuff, especially texts. People are on their phone all day long. Email, I sort of understand more.
If you're running and ripping, let's go back to my Florida State days, okay? You're running and ripping. You make that, it's all about maneuverability. Okay, you're navigating your way through the Smoky Lounge. You see the young lady. You give it your best. Okay, you've practiced your one-liners. You brushed your teeth. You combed your hairs. You did everything.
Put a
collar on
shirt.
Oh, you put a collar on the shirt. You go up and you make a run at her. What's that lady going to do if she's not interested in you? She's going to say, get away from me. Leave me alone. Or maybe she's nice.
I have a boyfriend.
Yeah, maybe she's nice and she says, I have a boyfriend, or I'm sorry, I'm uninterested, I'm here with my friends. That is the way that humans relate with one another. Well, then why in the case of a text or an email where you don't have to see me, you don't have to talk to me one-on-one, that if I'm trying to get a hold of you and ask you a question, if you're not interested, why not just say, hey, Ballou, here's the deal. Don't ever contact me again, okay? I don't ever want to hear from you again. And then guess what? We'll go in a different direction.
See, this just shows how long you've been out of the dating game.
Yeah.
Because it has made its way into the dating game. It's called ghosting, my friend. And people no longer give you the, hey, I have a boyfriend, I don't want to talk to you or whatever. Now they'll just disappear on you.
Oh, it's ghosting.
I'll just not return your text for the rest of time. I'll act like you don't exist. It's ghosting.
All right, well,
I ghosted you.
Here are my major issues. It's a Monday. I got a tea time scheduled for Saturday. Do you want to play golf on Saturday? Monday night goes by. Tuesday goes by. Tuesday night goes by.
Well, that's when you got to send the re-up text, question mark?
I mean, I don't have anything serious. I mean, this is a PSA for others. I mean, for me, it's not.
I see.
For me, it's not that serious for me. I don't have that much serious stuff going on. For me, it's like, do you want to play golf this weekend, or can we meet for lunch Thursday or Friday? But when you don't respond, I just think it is so freaking rude.
I agree.
It really is. And then, of course, in a lot of these cases, I'll find out it'll come in on Thursday night. Oh, yeah, I'm in for Saturday. And then I'm like, well, no, you're not. The foursome's now filled because you didn't get back to me on Monday. You waited 72 hours to return a simple text. Now, I'm sure he had to go and check with his wife, and we know that, wives out there would rather give their husbands $400 and say go to a gentleman's club than go out on a Saturday afternoon and play a round of golf. I don't know what it is about wives and golf, but it's like the most vicious thing a man could ever do. Correct yourself, people. Do it. Do it for the sake of the others. Just say, I'm not interested, man. Leave me alone. And you'll save a tremendous amount of aggravation. 0369, I love Koepke. He's a beast. Big fan, not a girly man.
He's certainly not a girly man.
Okay. Where's the one that I wanted? All right, here we go. This is a great one. 56-33. Ballou, man, that draft party would become something if people came and then the Jaguars didn't even select the pick. Duval draft party, then you trade the pick and no one sees one. Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Can you imagine that? A phone call coming in to Trent. Hey, Trent, you can't trade the pick. We have a draft party going on. These guys have been waiting.
And by 24, I mean, you're there for 3 hours at least.
I know they're going to have it again this year at Daly's Place, but this will be fascinating to me because winning fixes everything. I think Duval fans will go and drink beer and sit around for 3+ hours and have the time of their lives because they know that the Jaguars are a playoff contending team. Whereas if they had traded that first-round pick or whatever and they had won their customary just a couple of games and were selected number 24.
If they really needed that pick, yes. Things are certainly a lot easier to take all around with Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson at the helm.
No question about it. All right, let's get ready for hour number 2. 641-1010 if you want to get on in. That is the best way, and that is our text line, which is brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. We got a lot here, a lot of your response that's coming in. I also want to get to something, every once in a while I bring up a survey, okay? I'm on a big survey. Says, are you too young to remember that stuff?
That's from a game show.
Was that Price is Right
or
something?
Is that Family Feud?
I think that was it,
Family
man.
Feud.
Family Feud, yeah. Survey says, used to drive me crazy. But I get these surveys, and the average is about 1 in maybe 200 or so that I feel are relevant for the show. I got one Thursday that blew me away, and it had to do with fixing the game, and it had to do with Jaguar fans. If you have not heard, this will surprise you. It's coming up in hour number 2 as well.
This is Mark Brunell.
This is Steve Smith from the New York Giants.
This is Rocky Blyer, former Pittsburgh Steeler and 4-time Super Bowl champion.
You're listening to 1010XL.
1010XL.
92.5 FM.
Honda has done it again with their all-new exciting SUV and truck lineup for 2023. HRV, Pilot, Passport, Ridgeline trucks, and our popular CRV hybrid. This is without a doubt Honda's most impressive lineup. Visit your local Honda dealer today. We're dealing.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping clients all over Florida with their construction perm loans for 34 years. Construction perm loans are not easy to find because a lot of banks and credit unions don't understand them, and therefore they don't like to do them. Well, your problem is solved. Trustline Mortgage wants to help you build your dream home. Our construction perm loans are single close, so you save money by not having to close twice, like with other lenders. Some of our construction perm loans allow you to lock in your interest rate up front. And if interest rates go down, we'll give you the better rate. We offer up to 100% VA loans, up to 96.5% for FHA loans, and up to 95% for conventional loans. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. That's 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you build your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. MLS number 331480.
Cataracts can take a toll on the quality of a loved one's life. Maybe it's even your parents or someone close to you. Hey, Hicken here. I've been talking to you about Bowden Eye. And it turns out renowned cataract care is right here at Bowden Eye & Associates. Their doctors help those with cataracts feel hopeful, sometimes for the first time in a long time. If someone you love is suffering from cataracts, schedule a visit for a personal consultation. 3 locations to serve you, including the new office on County Road 210 in St. Johns County.
The Northeast Florida Safety Council has been keeping Florida safe for 80 years. I'm Megan Ehlers, Member Services Specialist. Whether your organization is large or small, we're a nonprofit that provides the services you need to take the worry out of compliance. Benefits of membership include thousands of online and instructor-led safety and health classes, learning management system access, safety walkthroughs, orientation program development, and consulting services. For more on becoming a member, visit nefsc.org.
All year long you'll be singing our song. Stay cooler with Bueller. At the head of our class, we make it happen fast. Stay cooler with Bueller. For heating and air, we always play fair. We make the difference 'cause we really care. Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I was on the go. It was time to eat. I said, baby, grab a Danny, 'cause they can't be beat. She got something else when it was time to choose. And after just one bite, I got that soggy sandwich blue. Should've known better, only Danny will do. Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you. Yeah.
Quitting nicotine isn't easy, which is why Tobacco-Free Florida offers free tools and services like free 2-week starter kits of Quit Aids. We're also trying out music to help motivate smokers to quit.
Not another cigarette would be lame. Now there's someone living tobacco-free. It's you.
Wow. Okay. Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather starting to turn for the better, look ahead. Get that backyard ready for spring with a new screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are best in the business. If you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Serving the First Coast for over 20 years, Instant Keys offers honest, professional locksmith service for the replacement of lost, stolen, or broken keys and remotes. Get dealer-level service at a fraction of the time and cost. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine, and our team is a triple threat to big insurance companies.
Don't settle with the insurance companies for a fraction of what your case is worth. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Get your free case review right now. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Main office, Jacksonville.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, second hour. JJ LaSalva. The latest. Are we clubbing tonight? This clubbing music, right?
Absolutely.
Monday
Little
night
Dr.
clubs.
Dre to start the week.
Old school.
Nothing like coming out of Masters Week with Little Dre.
Now, what is that? That's not bass. It's something organ-like that kind of picks up with the bass.
I'm not a musical guy, man. Let's see.
I was watching something online the other night. Gary Wright, he had two big hits in the 70s, Hop Upon the Dream Weaver, and also Your Love is Alive. And the video, it's a great song, Your Love is Alive. But the video, he's got like one of those stand-up accordion guitars. It's like the keyboards.
I've seen those before.
And I'm like,
where do you get those? How do you learn to play?
I don't know, but I want one. Because, you know, people walk around all the time like they go from like town to town carrying their guitar. I want to walk around with one of those bad boys because I think the chicks would love it.
Oh,
all
yes.
Right? But I'm like, Your Love is Alive is it's very instrumental. It's a great song. It is a phenomenal opening. And when I'm driving around in my GMC Sierra truck from Key, which I just love, I turn up the radio. I have so much fun with that song, but I always thought it was like guitar, bass, drums, organ, and then they show Gary Wright, and he's got this
all in one.
I don't know if I was disappointed or more impressed. But nonetheless, I discovered that. So, we keep discovering things, especially here in the rain. All right, here's the survey. This is nuts. I mean, I just can't believe this. And I understand conversation. I understand this, we believe this, we believe that. But when it comes down to actually answering the questions, I was shocked by this development. All right, this is a survey now. Who the hell conducted this survey? It is digitalthirdcoast.net. Okay.
This is definitely scientific.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But it was personalized to me, which was kind of nice. It says, hey, Rick, how you doing? I'm doing well. Free agent deals, trades, hitting the airwaves every day. Yeah, NFL fans are watching. 2023 rosters form in real time. Jaguars owner Shad Khan claims he has cracked the code for the league's success, but some Jag fans seem to think it won't matter anyway. I wanted to check in with you in the new NFL fan survey I sent out a while ago and see if you had a chance to look. All right, here we go. 1 in 6 NFL fans overall believe the league is rigged. 1 in 6. 36% of Jaguar fans believe the league is rigged.
Now, I need a definition of rigged.
That is number 3 in the NFL. Out of 32 teams, Jaguar fans are 3rd in the NFL in believing that the league is rigged. Let me see if I can get an explanation on rigged here in just one moment. Over 1 in 2 NFL fans believe refs play favorites.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So there's different levels to this.
Yes. Now, I agree with that. I think that applies in every sport. I do. We've heard of Jordan rules, but, I grew up in the 80s in Boston where if Wade Boggs didn't swing, brother, it wasn't a strike. Okay, and I'll swear by that. According to NFL fans, the top beneficiaries of official favoritism is Kansas City, New England, Dallas, Green Bay, and Tampa Bay.
The good teams.
36% Jaguar fans. To me, that's real high. I would have guessed less than 10%. How about you?
See, saying rigged insinuates that they're fixing the result of a game. Like they want a certain team to win and they're making calls to put that team in the winner's circle. I don't agree that it's that rigged, but I do think the NFL is, quote, rigged to make the games close. I think NFL refs are told, and it's their job to make sure that we don't have a lot of blowouts in our league. That, listen, if a team's up 21-0, get it close. Elongate the drives of the other teams by throwing out a flag. Maybe stop the drives of the other team or the leading team by throwing a flag. You can really call a holding on defensively or offensively, really on any play. You can, you see drives get elongated all the time in the NFL when teams are down by multiple scores. I see it every Sunday. Teams down by 17, it means absolutely nothing in this league. They come back instantly. I think that is rigged to me. Do I think they put teams, they have certain teams they want to win? No.
Interesting trend here. NFL fans who think that the league is rigged, listen to the teams. Number one in the NFL is Atlanta. 42%. Number 2 in the league is New York, the New York Jets, 40%. Tied for third, Jacksonville and Las Vegas. Fifth, sole possession of fifth, Arizona. Okay, what do those teams have in common outside of Joe Namath in Super Bowl III? And yes, the Raiders won in Oakland and the Raiders won in Los Angeles, decades ago with Jim Plunkett and what have you. But those are teams
that aren't very good most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, Atlanta should have won a Super Bowl. We know that, 28-3. And obviously out of these teams, Jacksonville is absolutely on the come. And a lot of people believe that if New York does get that deal done with Aaron Rodgers, then they're on the come. And arguably the most difficult conference now in the AFC. Forever, I thought it was the AFC West, but, man, if you put Rodgers in New York, whoa, and a healthy Tua and Josh Allen, I mean, New England's going to be projected to finish last in that particular AFC East. And so I understand how fans think that, and, I'm surprised I haven't gotten any Miles Jack wasn't down references.
Well, you actually have.
Okay, I haven't checked the text line the last 2 minutes, so that's a great example of it. It is. I think that's more of great players get great calls. And, going back, I'd have to rewatch that game. Did Tom Brady get a call somewhere in that game? I mean, as you know, Jacksonville with that unbelievable defense also allowed a 3rd and 18 from Tom Brady to Danny Amendola.
Also, worst play calling in the history of offensive football.
And we've gone through that play by play. We've done it. See, what's great about this organization, what's great about Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence is that if you're ever in that type of scenario again, at least with Doug Peterson that they are going to try to win the game.
Amen.
And that leaves to this day such a bad taste in my mouth. I was a sideline reporter. I'm standing there right on the sideline, and I'm just looking at what Jacksonville was not doing. It was the most predictable, saddest attempt to try to watch the clock tick away where you could have sliced off the head of the beast right there in Foxborough. Peterson may lose some, okay, but he's certainly going to try to win. And as a Jaguar fan, you got to love that. All right, now this side of the survey, I think, makes a little bit more sense, okay? Teams that fans think officials favor the most. Well, if we saw the Jaguars up there, or we saw Houston up there, or we saw, I don't know, just whatever, Cleveland up there, I think we'd shake our head a little bit. But it goes directly to either the best teams or the teams who have had around the most success or are the most popular teams. Case in point, Kansas City, number 1. New England, number 2. Right? They're a 500 to below 500 team since Tom Brady left. Dallas is a very popular team. Dallas hasn't won a Super Bowl in over 25 years. Can you believe that? When I grew up, the 70s was all about Pittsburgh and Dallas. I mean, to me, if you had asked me when I was a kid in the 70s, what's the greatest rivalry in the NFL, I probably would have answered that question by saying Pittsburgh and Dallas, yet they never even played one another. They were in different conferences. Of course, they met in the Super Bowl. Number 4 is Green Bay. Number 5 is Tampa Bay. So there you have it. Again, let me see the source on this. It is digitalthirdcoast.net. So pretty surprised by that, honestly. And, you know, we hear about the conspiracy theories in the NBA, and I've just never believed that anything could be fixed in the National Football League. And, you know, I've asked, whether it's been on the record or off the record years later, hundreds of players, maybe over 1,000 former players or what have you. How could you pull something like that off? You know, outside of getting to a quarterback or outside maybe getting to a kicker, how do you throw a game?
Well, I don't think that the NBA conspiracy isn't that players threw it. It's that the refs, won LA that game against the Kings. It's not like the Lakers or the Kings were in on it.
Yeah, but
these players are paid too much for that.
You're right, but there's also been the NBA where if they're going, even though it's a lottery pick, that they shut it down the last 5-6 games of the year.
Well, that's not a conspiracy. That's just a fact. They don't play their starters. I mean, There was a situation this weekend where the Dallas Mavericks had a chance to get into the playoffs while playing game. If they made the top 10 in the draft, or excuse me, if they didn't make it, they would get a top 10 pick in the draft. If they did make the playing game, they would get an 11 through whatever pick. They owe their 11 through whatever pick to somebody else. If they make the top 10, they get to keep their pick, and that's exactly what happened. They sacrificed a chance to go to the playoffs for a pick.
Mm-hmm.
And, the NBA is, quote, looking into that, but, nothing's going to come of it.
It never does.
But, yeah, NBA is the worst with that.
I think it would be
resting guys for
so hard
to
fix anything in team athletics.
I agree, players-wise, but I don't think it would be. I feel like I think it's ignorant to think, well, they did it in the NBA, they can't do it in other sports. These refs, they make a good amount, but not a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I
think you could get to these refs pretty easily.
I can see it with the refs, although we would like to believe that there is respect, integrity, and accountability there. There have been examples before of refs going the other way. I think the two easiest ways to fix a sport, obviously boxing, and that's been going on for centuries.
Oh, yeah. Still is.
Everyone from the cut man to the fighter himself to the judges.
That's a sport
to the referee.
You can get to the fighters easily.
Okay.
A lot of these guys don't make a ton of money.
You know what else I think would be very fixable?
Baseball.
Golf.
Like an individual player.
You got one guy.
Over, under, score 72 or whatever the website has for his over-under for that round. Also, if you're the guy behind the plate calling balls and strikes, I mean, oh my God. You have more say than any ref of any other sport at that point. Like,
you really do.
You can totally win or lose a game for somebody like that.
But you got to be careful about that because you're graded on your performance.
Yes. Nowadays especially.
You're consistently bad, you're going to lose your job. I mean, just for the sake of conversation, second place finishes yesterday. Let's go to Phil Mickelson, since he's a legendary gambler. Okay, he won $1.5 million yesterday, $1,584,000. This is a hypothetical. What if someone got to Phil and simply said, do not win this event?
Or don't make the cut.
$5 million. Don't win this event. You know, let's say it was back in his heyday and he was going tooth and nail. Or hell, forget about Phil. Last grouping. Let's say it's Koepka and Rahm. Koepka has a 2-shot lead going into the final round. If a guy goes up to him and says, all right, Koepka, you're going to make $1.5 million, nearly $1.6 million. We'll give you $5 million. But they got millions and millions and millions placed on all of these sport books, underground, casinos across the country, everywhere. They got $20-30 million on Rahm. And they say to Koepka, blow it, lose, here's $5 million. To me, that's the easiest way that you could fix any sporting event would be in golf. Now, you also have to get to that position. It's got to be a quick call because you can't go into one the week before his first round on Thursday.
And, like, these golfers make so much bread nowadays that it's almost like, am I going to throw away an opportunity to win a massive tournament, for that payday? You'd almost have to be like, like Phil would have to be in trouble, if you know what I mean, for him to pull something like that off. But what if Sam Bennett, like someone who doesn't make any money, someone low down on the tour, maybe.
Did we get any results to Sam Bennett, who's apparently playing 36 today and carrying his own bag?
I think he probably decided against doing that.
He said yesterday in Butler's cabin he was going to play.
Oh, was he? Let me look that up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, none of this is easy, but my guess would be that would be, it's tough to when it's just one guy. You can go to that Boston College point shaving
basketball
situation. They got to a couple of guys, and they got pinched. They got caught. Has there ever been any proof of anyone fixing an NFL game? An NFL player throwing a pick six, an NFL player fumbling with the game on the line. What if all of a sudden a report came out that when Elway had the comeback against Cleveland, that Ernest Biner purposely fumbled that ball, that Jamal Agnew fumbled that ball inside the 5? I mean, it's impossible to do that in football.
You could only do it with a quarterback. There's only one position that would have enough.
How about a field goal kicker?
No, because you're only out there if your offense gets you out there. Like,
who was the guy who kept mixing the PAT? Who was the guy who had the terrible game where he missed all those kicks late in the year? He missed like 5 straight PATs, or was that Vegas? Where was that?
Oh, the Dallas kicker. Yeah,
that's it. Yes, I think you could do it with a kicker.
But that would be stupid. You don't know when the kicker's going to be out there. His job's not important. He doesn't have a say-so in the outcome of a game.
It's a one-time shot.
Yeah, but you as a gambler wouldn't know that he's going to get that shot. Like, if I'm risking all of this and millions of dollars or whatever to pay somebody off to blow a game, a kicker might not even be in the game whatsoever at all. It wouldn't make any sense. It would NFL, it has to be a quarterback or multiple players, lots of players.
I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to put kicker in at number 2 behind a quarterback. No, listen.
They're never out there.
I know, but you only make one kicker active.
Okay, but so
field goals and PATs, if he's missing them all.
But there's games when they're not even out there to kick. Think about how many games where a field goal kicker only attempts 1 or 2 kicks.
That's fair. They
don't really have an outcome on the game like that.
You don't know. Okay, but what if it is a 17-14 game? And you got a chance to tie it.
My point is the guy, the gangster, whoever who's fixing that, why would he risk such a very unlikely scenario to happen? Like, hey, if it's 17-14 and you go out there to tie it, we have all this money against you. Like, that just, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, where else would you go?
The quarterback.
Well, there's no argument there. Quarterback is far and away number one, just like a goaltender would be far and away number one in hockey.
I would go probably number 2. If it wasn't the quarterback, it would have to go offensive line maybe.
Really? See, I'd go kicker.
You know, you're out there every play as an offensive lineman. You're letting guys go past you. You're letting them hit the quarterback. You actually are playing the game, unlike the kicker.
All right, baseball, obviously it's a pitcher.
The Black Sox, they did it. They had like 4 or 5 guys.
All 8.
Yeah. 8 men out.
8 men out. Yeah.
Although, if you look up, what's his name? Black Shoe. What's
up?
The shoes. The player. Billy White Shoe.
Joe. Jesus, on the tip of my tongue.
Well, either way, he was the best player on the team, and he got paid to throw it. But he had like amazing stats.
Yeah, how come I can't think of his name? One of the greatest of all time. He's not even in the Hall of Fame. That'll come me right to the break. Anyway, we got to take that right now. Come on, what the hell's his name? Black.
Well, they're the Black Sox,
right?
Oh my God, Joe Jackson.
Yes, there you go. That was him, not
the
singer. Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Shoeless Joe, of course. He batted .375 in that series and still got paid.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, it happened in 1919, so I guess we are forgiven a little bit. But I'm like a self-appointed
we should know that
baseball historian. I did know it. It's just I turned 50, and you forget about things, including the great Shoeless Joe Jackson.
The Florida Gators are on 1010XL.
The rivalry returns to the Diamond. Florida State Baseball. Tomorrow night at 6 on 1010 AM.
There is so much I love about spring. Mia here. It's hard to choose a favorite. Kind of like the amazing used selection you'll find at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. I'm talking 400 premium pre-owned on the lot. So to make your decision a little easier, you get 30 days to love your purchase or exchange it for one that you do. And with a 4.7 out of 5-star rating and over 16,000 Google reviews, you know my friends at Arlington are going to help you pick the best ride for you. Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation. Light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to carlsondentalgroup.com. That's carlsondentalgroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Jacksonville has some junk, and J-Dog is removing it. They're here to do the dirty work. You don't want to remove and dispose of large furniture or appliances yourself? Call J-Dog. Here now proudly serving you, removing junk from your home or business. They can even handle small demolition projects, and they're still donating local items to veterans in need. So let J-Dog do the dirty work for you. J-Dog Junk Removal, veteran-owned and operated. JDog.com.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Hayes Carlyon for First Florida Credit Union. There's comfort in having real-time financial solutions you can trust. When it comes to your money, count on First Florida Credit Union. When value counts, rely on First Florida for rates and rewards that give you the freedom to enjoy more of what you want. When service counts, depend on First Florida for the conveniences you expect and the personal connection you deserve. First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 10, 1947, Jackie Robinson becomes the first black player of the 20th century to sign a Major League Baseball contract. He signs with the Dodgers.
I want my Woody's barbecue.
Hello, barbecue lovers and sports fans alike. High-flying Jack O'Brien here with a big hi, how are you? You know, I've been recently boning up on writing radio copy, and today we'll be executing the subliminal advertising approach. Here we go. Woody's. Woody's. Woody's barbecue.
At Woody's barbecue, it's what we do.
Let's eat.
It's time to play Fix That Plumbing Problem. What do you do if you have a leaky pipe? Contestant 1.
Put a bucket under it?
That's it?
And maybe a towel?
Contestant 2. That's right! Just call the duck.
Clogged drains, leaky pipes to full repipes. Just call the pros at Duck Duck Rooter. Commercial, residential, any plumbing issue.
When you're stuck, call the duck. 904-862-6769.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Spring is a key time for selling homes in the Jacksonville area. Now's the time to hire the agents with a proven marketing plan to maximize the price of your home and fast. Now is the time to hire the team. We're recommending Chad and Sandy Newman. What do you get with Chad and Sandy.com? How about the Chad and Sandy guarantee? A guarantee your home is sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. So any problems you think may be out there, they're not there because Chad and Sandy can handle it for you. The real estate experts you can trust. Maybe you want to maximize your equity now while you can, but you're not sure where to move to next. Not a problem with Chad and Sandy, who, again, I don't know how much more of a guarantee you need. Your home will be sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, ANDSANDY.com, or call today at 904-414-6200. chadandsandy.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
No guitar on this song, and I can prove it. That is not a bass. That is Gary Wright and his sidekick on side organ. It's a one-piece. And look at the video. He's on a one-piece, and he's also got his left hand on yet another organ.
And then he has his two backup singers, one playing cowbell,
right,
the other tambourine, as you do in 1976. He's in a full white leatherish suit with some sequin pockets and long flowing locks. This is very 70s, very just his buddy has like his buddy weighs like 7 pounds, super skinny, obviously on drugs, sweating profusely, has those glasses on at night, and a one-piece red jumpsuit.
We have a drummer, two organists, one on cowbell, a lady, and another on tambourine. There you go. Background singers. Great stuff. Gary Wright.
Love is alive. And the stage he's playing on, behind him, the lit up lettering just says Gary Wright.
Oh, so great. Guy had 2 mammoth hits.
What's the other one?
That and Hopping on the Dreamweaver.
Oh.
He sings Dreamweaver, man.
I didn't realize that.
Just two phenomenal tunes, and maybe more, maybe some deep cuts.
How many babies is this guy responsible for? Jeez.
Yeah, he absolutely had the women back in the day. What's there not to love about Gary Wright?
And the amount of people that made love to that song.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Back in the 70s, everything was alive. Everything was about love, including in the back of station wagons. Also, I'd like to thank you to the 7,000 people who have told us that, in fact, it was Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Thank you.
Which was on the tip of my tongue. I just missed it. 7169 Ballou with the kicker. The gangster wouldn't pay as much of a premium. He'd be getting a hedge value. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Uh-huh. You got to be in a situation in order for that to happen. 0976 Ballou, there was an episode in Cheers in which the gang at the bar pantsed Wade Boggs.
What?
Because they didn't believe him, and when he came into the bar and claimed he was Wade Boggs. Cheers, my all-time favorite sitcom. I don't remember. I remember Kevin McHale. I don't remember Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs always talked about himself as Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs likes chicken in the morning. Wade Boggs likes chicken right before the game. Wade Boggs also likes that pitch middling.
Excuse me. Can I help you? Yeah, Gary sent me over to sign some autographs. Hi, I'm Wade Boggs. Hi.
Wade Boggs, huh? Yeah, how you doing? I'm Babe Ruth. Yeah, I'm his good friend Dizzy Dean.
I'm Woody Boyd.
Are you sure that isn't Wade Boggs? I mean, it really looks like him.
Oh, God, come on, that's not Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs is a big strapping lad like myself. Mr. Wade Boggs. But what are we batting these days? Something like 360, huh?
361.
Oh.
Well, welcome to Cheers, Mr. Wade Boggs.
I thought you folks were Red Sox fans.
Oh, yeah, we're Red Sox fans. Sure, Mr. Wade Boggs. As a matter of fact, we'd like to give you a nice welcome that we give all great sports stars.
They're not going to do it.
Cheers here.
I think they are.
Maybe
they're getting closer.
Come on, guys, let's get 'em.
There you go.
I don't understand why pantsing Wade Boggs would prove if he's Wade Boggs.
Yeah,
What is that about?
Well, let me tell you why. Wade's a sex addict. He had sex with like 3/4 of all the women in Boston, so maybe there was a way to prove it there.
They're looking for, some type of disease or.
Remember the whole Margot Adams deal? I do growing up. It's like he had a permanent piece on the road. Boggs.
Oh, hold on. They did get his pants. Hold on.
All right. We got more.
They're coming back in the bar with his pants, celebrating.
That guy was a lot quicker than he looked.
Yeah, let's check out this guy's wallet, find out who this joker
Oh,
really
I
was.
see.
Ah, they got a wallet. All right.
This guy's name was Wade Boggs.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Well, I guess Gary went to a lot of trouble to make up fake IDs for this guy, and
Gary's Tavern always had it over Mayday Malone.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
know, I always, Cheers is interesting because they're always at the bar, but no one's ever wasted.
Yeah.
It's not like any bar I've ever been to.
Well, and they did steal a little bit of something from Three's Company, where Jack Tripper was always on the cusp of landing a beautiful babe.
Always.
And his friend would blow it for him. Mayday Malone was, like, legendary. He was always, like, he was 95% there. And then, Diane would come in and something would happen and screw it up in the 11th hour for him. But I don't know if that is, people go all the time. They go to the bars and like, hey, where should I go? I want to go by. It's really a total disappointment if you've ever been to the Bull and Finch. It doesn't look anything like it inside. Nothing at all. It's only the staircase. Again, it's another classic example of Hollywood having to get involved and do it. Now, the Cheers-like bar is phenomenal. And they used to have a replica inside Faneuil Hall. I think it shut down, right around COVID. But if you ever were to go to the Bull and Finch, you're going to walk out of there disappointed. It's got nothing like it.
Couldn't they have just asked for his ID?
Yeah, but that's the reason why they did that.
Had to assault a man.
Tiger Woods, 23rd consecutive cut. He did, of course, walk away after his round on Saturday. He looked like a broken man. It looked like the end. If you don't know what I'm talking about, pull up a photo of Y.A. Tittle sitting in blood and mud back in the, late 60s, early 70s. It was, to me, enough is enough. I never saw Willie Mays play outfield for the New York Mets at the end of his career, but old school baseball historians will tell you that was one of the most disappointing things that they have ever seen. Guys who hang on too long, you don't often hear about that in golf because you don't need to be a tremendous athlete as far as run and, speed and strength and things along those lines. Obviously, golf is more about endurance. Golf is more about agility. But just seeing him in the rain, and then there's people out there saying that he's embellishing it, that he's hurt, and he's doing a little. Listen, you could be a Tiger Woods hater, and I'm not going to try to change your opinion on that. But if you're thinking for one moment that Tiger Woods is trying to get you out there to consult, you out there to comfort him because, he's having a bad day and he went after, consecutive double bogeys, and that was basically it. To me, it was just the end. And we'll see if he plays in the PGA Championship next month or if he goes to the Open and or the United States Open. I mean, we have, 3 majors left, and they're coming up in May, June, and July. So they're right there ahead of us. For me, it kind of looked like it was the end. And, on the flip side, you look at Phil Mickelson. You realize Phil Mickelson had not finished better than 27th place in the 3 live golf events this year?
And there's only like 40 players.
Okay.
It's not like he's finishing top 30 in a PGA with 150 people.
Couldn't finish better than 27th
when
they played 54 holes. And the guy yesterday shot a 65. It's his best final round ever in a major. And his best final round ever, certainly at Augusta. I mean, what does that say and what does that mean? And, even though there are different rules for every major, as I just said, next up is a PGA Championship and then both Opens later this summer. But I'm looking at this a little bit differently now. Someone got on me here earlier. I meant to read it. It basically said that why you loving Koepka, Ballou, this and that. You've been destroying the LIV Tour since it was announced. There is some truth to that. But I'll also say this, and if you listen regularly, thank you. I have slowly changed my way of thinking about this, whether it's right or wrong, and I'll tell you why. When they came through here, and you had 5 first-timers in the first 8 or 9 on the leaderboard after Thursday's round who had never played this event before, and whether it was Mickelson or Koepka or Patrick Reed or all these others, guys who weren't here, I found myself as a golf fan missing the best players, or a great portion of the best players in the world not being here at the Players' Championship. So, I got everything out about the blood money, the whole political side, whether you stand for this or stand for that. It's kind of like everyone has gone through that, okay? And whether you accept it or you deal with it or you're totally against it, I'm never going to try to change your opinion on something like that. I'll tell you right now, I miss these players. I miss them Watching what Brooks Koepka did? Absolutely did I miss it. Do we have to take another break? Okay. I was thinking, man, I looked up. I was like, we got another 10 minutes, man. We're cruising out. But I didn't realize that, man, we've had the same clock here for about, what, 4 or 5 years or something? Sooner or later, I would learn it. But, yeah, I miss these guys. I do. And I know you can say they're greedy and they took the money and all that, but maybe that's what we can look forward to now with the next 3 majors, is that these players are going to be involved 4 times a year, 12 days a year. That's it. Or 16 days a year. 4 rounds, 4 tournaments. That's all you're going to get out of them. And that may be good enough for a lot of golf fans.
Your quick and easy solution for paying the lowest price on car insurance is Estrella Insurance. E to the T here, and start saving the big bucks and pay less today. Call 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE and see for yourself. That's 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE or visit EstrellaInsurance.com.
Now is the best time to visit CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. With any new outdoor kitchen purchase, you can receive a Gosney Rockbox pizza oven for free. Only until April 20th. You dream it, they build it at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
April is Head and Neck Cancer Awareness Month. If caught early, this disease can be treated effectively. So take control of your health with the experts at Ackerman Cancer Center. Don't delay, get screened for any symptoms. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, with answers to the questions I'm asked the most. Yes, we are local, and no, I'm not hiring an actor to read these commercials. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
I-9 Sports, flag football, basketball, soccer, and t-ball. Play year-round with co-ed programs ages 3 to 17. Duval, Clay, and St. John's. Enter promo code 1010XL for $5 off. Check out i9sports.com for all the details.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
It's Guggen Golf time.
Mind if I play through?
Listen mornings to The Drill with Jeff and Dan for a chance for you and a partner to play in this year's Coastal Equipment Guggen Golf Open, April 17th at Hidden Hills Golf Club. Enjoy a Chick-fil-A breakfast and a Dandy Foods lunch. Score a hole-in-one to win a Kubota zero-turn mower from Coastal Equipment. You could also win a Bernie grill from Stonecore. Water provided by Darley's Plumbing. Thanks to our sponsors, Ahead, Famous Automotive, and Fourscore Tavern.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about not being afraid of the crosses of life. Life can be difficult. Maybe today you're carrying a cross of worry or stress. Let me encourage you to remember that when Christ got on the big cross at Golgotha, he destroyed all the little crosses that we face in our life. He set us free from fear, worry, and anxiety. Our job is not to be carried by the cross, but to be carried by our faith.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
If your lawn is not as green as you'd like, it's time to go orange by calling Orange Environmental Services, Jacksonville's highest quality pest control for over 45 years. Frank Frangie here. I've trusted Orange Environmental to take care of our home's pest control needs for years. With the Orange Shield Protection Plan for your home or office, you can relax knowing Orange Environmental will handle pest control, termite control, and mosquito control. Orange Environmental has been giving Northeast Florida peace of mind from bug problems since 1972. Call them today at 272-3284.
For honest and reliable automotive care at your convenience, visit any Famous Automotive or Famous Quick Lube. With 20 locations open 7 days a week, they also offer fleet accounts for your business. Visit any Famous Automotive and Famous Quick Lube.
Are you an electrician looking for better pay and benefits? Miller Electric Company has the industry-leading compensation package. Electricians are eligible for a signing bonus up to $1,000. Now, they're partnering with the Jaguars on their new performance facility, the Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric has opportunities for you to work on some of the most exciting projects right here in Jacksonville. Whether you're experienced or not, visit MillerCareers.com, an equal opportunity employer. That's MillerCareers.com.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is ready to help. If you need extra cash or a quick loan, Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash in hand. They also love to buy items of value. They need gold, silver coins, and flatware, jewelry, guitars, and of course, guns.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, Hacker coming up in just a couple of minutes. Going to be a interesting week. NBA over, NHL wrapping it up. I hate talking over Gary Wright. I really do. I feel like I'm out of place here. Look it up, kids. Great music. Love making music.
Try to take away my worries of today.
Back when lyrics meant something.
Leave tomorrow behind. Ooh, Dreamweaver, I believe you can get me through the night.
All right, you ready for this? Let's end with this, JJ. Bruins picked up their 63rd win yesterday. Oh, man. I mean, between Gary Wright's Dreamweaver and this, the 95-96 Red Wings and the 2018-19 Lightning both had 62 wins. You know what they had in common?
They won the Cup?
They did not win the Cup. Most wins ever in Major League Baseball, 116. By the 1906 Cubs and the 2001 Mariners. Both did not win the World Series. The
Ichiro's rookie year.
Right, 2007 New England Patriots went 16-0. Won all their playoff games until they ran into Tom Coughlin and he rushed 4 and dropped 7. They lost the Super Bowl. NBA, 2015, 2016, Golden State Warriors won 73 ball games. They did not win the NBA championship.
Wow, so every major sport.
The best regular season record in hockey, baseball, basketball, and football did not go on to win the championship. That's pretty incredible.
Shocking to me.
It is.
I've never heard that. I knew it, but I guess I've never put them all together.
Hacker Nation is next. We'll do tomorrow night after Helmets and Heels. Rest of the week, 6 to 8. I don't check the text line. If you want to get a hold of me, any of you Gary Wright fans out there, you can get me on Twitter. That is Ballou, Ballou, 1010XL. For JJ LaSalva, my name is Rick Ballou. Have a great night and get rid of this rain. Enough, 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 enough.
Should we do it?
Let's do this.
More Jaguars, more Gators, and more Jacksonville. 1010XL, Jack Sports Radio.
At Andy's Automotive and Truck Services, they know that your company's fleet is more than just a bunch of cars and trucks. It's your livelihood, your reputation, your pride. So when you need routine fleet maintenance or emergency repairs, Andy's offers after-hours and mobile service to minimize your downtime and keep your fleet running like new. While you care for your employees and customers, rest assured Andy's Automotive will take care of your fleet. Visit the team at andysats.com.
Call the guys at Zero Res, #1 in the nation for customer satisfaction and franchise of the year. Right now, get 2 rooms of carpet cleaned and the staircase for just $148. That's a savings of $30. Zero Res, man. Spell it forward, spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
There's no way to prepare for the impact an accident makes on your life. That's why we've spent 40 years getting ready for that moment when you need compassion and immediate action. The right doctors, investigators, our team of experienced attorneys, and your free consultation is already in place. So if you've been hurt, remember, the Farah Safety Net is right here to catch you. All you have to do is call Farah and Farah. It's what we built. Jacksonville.
It's that time of year. Beach and